Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how to find a specific Notion record like this automatically and then update its statuses. So your client pipeline will always stay current without you having to manually edit as well as to keep up to date with the incoming statuses and changes and all of that. Imagine this. This is a client email coming in confirming they want to work with you and they have booked a call with you. They're happy they're going to become a paid client. This is the email. If I run this scenario now, if I go to the Notion record, you will now notice this same client before it was new inquiry status is changed to active status automatically without you even having to touch a single button. You don't even have to know this email has come in. How magical that is. Let's begin. In our previous video, we created a Notion record automatically into new inquiry when a new inquiry comes. This is the start of the client journey. But a real pipeline has stages. So if you click on that, you have not a fit, call booked, new inquiry, active completed in my scenario. So these statuses needs to be moved when it's changed to reflect the reality in time. Of course, it can be done automatically. It will be wonderful. And I'm going to teach you how to do that right now. The scenario we're building is a confirmation email arrives from a client, as I was already explained. So let's go to Notion. Let's see how we can actually build this thing. Great. So in the scenarios panel, or if you're on a home page, you will see exactly the same button on the top right-hand corner, create scenario. So you just click on create scenarios on mail.com. First, we need to watch the emails coming in from Gmail. So we click Gmail, and then we say watch emails. My connection with Gmail account has already been established. If not, you will need to click on the create connection button right here. If you want to use a different Gmail account and if you haven't connected to that, you will need to click add, and then it will ask you to connect to another Gmail account. For the rest of this setting, you can stay the same, except for the limit. If you want to first test it, you can set it to 1, just so that it doesn't run too many times or fetch too many emails unnecessarily. And click save. And for now, you can just say where to start from now on. Click save. And the first module is set up as easy as that. As in previous video, we talked about this. Now, we're going to add a new module. Hover your mouse over here and you can see add module button and click add module. This time we need to do two things. We're not just creating a new line, so we need to first find the information on this Notion record to the right thing before we can update that thing, right? So the first module we need to look for it. And so we need to search something. So click on Notion and need to look for search objects. That is the module you need to add. Put it here a little bit easier, more for the. Now, in terms of connection, be aware you must use the internal connection. If you watch my previous videos, it will teach you or show you how to use the public connection. However, for this to work, you must use internal connection. I'm going to show you the video about how to specifically connect internally between Notion and Make.com in separate videos. You can click on the card right now on the top. But for now, pretending we have already connected the Notion internal connection right here with Make, we're going to start with this journey. So as you can see, we need to search for the specific object and we need to search for data source. It's like before, the same thing in the previous video, we used the search button. So if you click on the search, it will ask you to type in something to search. We'll click on client or type in client if it's the first time you're doing some search like that. And then you need to use the filter. I guess the most accurate filter we can use is the email, right? So we're going to use email. These list all of the columns, titles in your records. So we're going to use the email column in case people changes their name. Sometimes they do that. They change their name with the contact name. So the best one to use is always accurate would be email to match up, right? So we use email. equals, and we're going to match the email with the watch email's email. So incoming email here from email, click on it, or you can drag it to the same place. It works exactly the same. Great. Now you can set the limit here as well, but if you're only fetching one email in the first module, you won't be able to do anything more than that anyway. So you can just keep it as it is or change it to one just for testing purposes, and then you can change it back when you make it live. Click save, and the second module is set up just like this. Now, we have asked Made.com to first watch your incoming emails. Second step we have now just done, which is to search for a relevant subject, relevant line on the Notion database, which is here. Now we need to ask Make.com to update these statuses, right? So we need to add a new module. On the right-hand side, this is the step 3. We need to add a new module. The final module, click Add Module. In Notion again, we need to add an update module. So we need to update a data source item. Okay, use this one because this is the most up-to-date when it comes to using internal connection to do the work with Made.com on Notion. Now you can see there's some already set up. It's automatically default to database legacy. However, if you look at the top, there's a little message to tell you, please switch from database legacy to the new data source option to prevent future error caused by multiple data sources in Notion databases. So we can just do exactly what it suggests. Great. So now we're going to move on to data source item ID. We're going to click on it, and then we're going to match it with the search objects on Notion in the module, and then we're going to go find this page ID button and click on it. Now we're going to put step statuses to change it to active when people confirm the information. All you need to do now is save. Click on here. You can just ignore running for now. So it seems to be there's a little bit of a trouble. So let's just try save anyway, see if it works. Now you can see the database ID value empty error message still there. Let's just try one more time, save anyway. Now let's go and do it the second time, as in go back to the edit, bring in something else, or just save it one more time. Okay. So it seems to work now the second time I added it. For some reason, sometimes Make.com doesn't detect it in the first time. Save it again. So we did it again. We save it again now. Great. So I have this email here from IVL, and I changed the status back to new inquiry. We're going to test run it right now. So the chain of actions has happened. Obviously, we can see the new incoming emails from IVL. I'm going to go to Notion. You can see the status has been changed. Excellent. This is the perfect scenario that we want to see. Now, one final thing before we finish this email. To make sure you are changing the statuses on the right type of emails and not changing for every single email that comes in with the word confirm, we're going to add a filter. It happens between watch emails and the search objects module. You need to go to the spanner button and write down what you want to label this. For example, client confirmation, and then put in the scenario. The conditions can be multiple. You can use and condition or conditions. I have a video just to talk about filtering on Made.com. Feel free to go to the card on the top now and watch that video. But for this, we're going to just set one simple text-based filter. We want the subject to contain with, without, upper letter, lower letter, doesn't matter, case insensitive, the word confirm. So when clients say confirming, confirmed in past tense, or confirmation, it covers that because it contains this exact word confirm inside that subject line. And we're going to click save. Now we're going to send ourselves an email because myself is a client. I'm going to put confirmation to work with you. Click send. Now we're going to click, you can save this version and then click one once in the bottom. Perfect. You see the incoming email and you go to Notion. As you go to Notion, you see the active status just got turned on in it at that moment. That is the magic that we want to see. Excellent. Finally, on the top of the Notion of the Make.com scenario, you might want to put something like update Notion client database confirmed. Something like that to remind yourself what this chain of actions, what this scenario is actually there for. Otherwise, when you look at this list of scenarios, it will really be confusing. Great. Now we have shown you how to find and update a Notion record in Make.com. We talked about first creating a watch emails, first step. Second step, create a search objects module. Third step, create an update a data source item. And final step, go back and create a filter to make sure you put through the right emails and do the right actions without wasting the credits of the Make.com plan or without confusing the system either. So with the right type of email to go through. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you like this video. And if you do, please subscribe to my channel for all of the future emails that will really help you use Make.com. If you have any question, please comment and ask me, but we appreciate your little thumbs up as well. Thank you so much for your attention today. Have a good day. Bye-bye.